Where is the fountain? Like, did you find it of youth? Like, did you find it? Are you hiding it? Like, what do you do?
Martha, you never have looked better. I don't understand it. You are defying. You are the most vibrant.
Right now, there are celebrities walking red carpets at 60, 65, even 88 years old. And in raw, unfiltered, completely unedited real life, they look so jaw-droppingly young that plastic surgeons are posting forensic TikTok breakdowns pointing at earlobes. One of them is 84, wakes up at 4 in the morning, and made the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Another washes his body, his hair, and his clothes with the same $13 bottle of soap. One is 88, just performed live on stage in New York, and recently told millions of viewers that your attitude alone is actively stealing years from your life.
You can't make your life longer, but you can make it deeper. That stuff will lead you to believe that getting older is terrible. That's not just a little insulting, it's wrong.
Wait until you hear what some of these people actually do, because none of this is what you think. If you love deep dives into Hollywood's most fascinating secrets, make sure you subscribe so you never miss one of these.
I don't know about this all, running from aging, but this idea of being, including men, being, more health-minded with our skin and our...
Let's open with the entry that sent plastic surgeons to their keyboards. And this one genuinely got to me because of a twist almost nobody connects to his face. Brad Pitt is 62. Fight Club, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a man whose face has been photographed more than almost anyone alive. But when he appeared at Wimbledon in 2023 and his film premiere in 2024, the internet collectively lost composure. He did not just look good for his age, fans were saying he looked like his 1990s self. The nickname, Real Life Benjamin Button, went globally viral. Publicly, he credits quitting alcohol entirely, which genuinely reduces facial inflammation and puffiness, and his antioxidant skincare line.
I got a morning wash, I do my serum, I do my day cream, and I'm done. I'm out the door.
But the medical community has been far more specific. Dr. Johnny Betteridge posted a viral TikTok analysis isolating what appeared to be a subtle scar near the earlobe and altered earlobe positioning, both classical signs of a deep plane facelift. Unlike traditional facelifts that create obvious wind tunnel tightness, a deep plane procedure repositions the underlying muscular framework. Completely natural, completely undetectable, reportedly costing upward of $100,000. His team never confirmed a word. The detail that floors me, this man, whose face is the most globally analyzed benchmark of beauty, reportedly suffers from prosopagnosia, face blindness. He cannot reliably recognize close friends. The most studied face on Earth belongs to someone who can barely see faces at all.
I don't think a lot about age, but I don't want to look my age. Everybody is so interested.
This one genuinely stopped me in my tracks, because the gap between what this woman does every day and what the average person does every day is almost comically vast. And the results are right there in every unedited photograph for the world to see. Martha Stewart is 84 years old, the woman who built a lifestyle empire from scratch, hosted some of the most watched television in America, went to prison, came back stronger, and then, at 82, made the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, unretouched, radiant. The internet collectively did a double take. So what is actually going on? Her alarm goes off at 4 in the morning. She starts with a skincare mask before most people have opened their eyes.
My whole theory of skincare is inside, outside. Whatever you put inside reflects what's coming on the outside.
Follows it with a hot face cloth to open her pores, then immediately a cold one to close them. A ritual she does every single day without exception. Then green juice, which she credits directly for the thickness of her hair and the clarity of her skin. Then Pilates 3 times a week. Horseback riding at least once a week, daily outdoor movement around her farm. Her dermatologist, Dr. Daniel Belkin, uses conservative biostimulatory fillers and neurotoxin injectables specifically chosen to soften without freezing. She has also been getting facials from Mario Badescu Skincare every month for 40 years straight. But the line that defines her entire philosophy, she told her dermatologist on her own podcast, "I don't want to look my age at all, and that's why I work hard at it." At 84, still working, still winning. I mean, can you actually imagine living this particular lifestyle? Because when I laid it all out, I genuinely sat back for a moment. Lenny Kravitz is 61, the icon who gave the world American Woman and Fly Away. The man who once split his leather pants doing a squat live on stage and somehow became even more iconic for it. Then unedited paparazzi footage surfaced of him at a New York gym in leather boots, sunglasses, and a full tracksuit, revealing a physique that had fitness experts doing a double take. His approach is monk level, raw, whole foods vegan for extended stretches, sometimes a full year straight. He grows his own produce on his Bahamas property, twice daily cardio, fasted in the morning, a second session before bed to keep his metabolism burning overnight, pull-ups on tree branches, barefoot sprints in the sand. He told Men's Health, "My best shape is not behind me. It's in front of me right now. The skincare detail nobody expects." He washes his entire body, his hair, and reportedly his clothes with one product, Dr. Bronner's Almond Castile soap, about $13. His exfoliator, Bahamian ocean sand, scooped up and used to manually scrub his entire body. That is the complete regimen of a man who looks like this at 60. Few people on this list combine physical discipline and psychological mastery the way Angela Bassett does. And the inner layer is honestly the part that resonates most. She is 67. What's love got to do with it? Her Oscar-nominated portrayal of Tina Turner that stopped audiences cold. Queen Ramonda in the Black Panther franchise filmed well into her 60s. The arms, the posture, the glowing, unchanging complexion. Decade after decade. Her training is scientific. 4 to 5 sessions weekly, combining HIIT cardio with TRX suspension work, a pairing that forces constant core engagement, preserves spinal alignment, and maintains muscle definition without destructive joint load.
About a woman's age, but have you seen Angela Bassett's body?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh, she is banging for any age.
She collaborated with Dr. Barbara Sturm on skincare formulated specifically for hyperpigmentation, her openly named personal skin concern. Coconut oil daily, 7 hours of sleep, non-negotiable. But here is the layer most people miss. When cardio becomes genuinely unbearable, Bassett uses a specific internal script to push through. She breaks each brutal minute into micro-negotiations with herself. You can do anything for a minute, can't you? Using identity as a psychological trigger to outlast her own limits. At 67, her preservation is as much mental discipline as physical. The results remain completely undeniable. While Angela's routine is extraordinary, it is nothing compared to what Number 8 does every single morning without fail, including on tour. And wait until you hear what he showed up wearing to a Hollywood premiere afterward. Some entries on this list are fascinating for their complexity. Christie Brinkley is fascinating for something rarer. She simply tells you exactly what she does, out loud, by name.
And you're reliving. I mean, I've been doing this career for over 50 years.
Christie Brinkley is 72, the Sports Illustrated supermodel who defined sun-drenched California glamour across the 1970s and 80s, heavily tanned at every shoot. Dermatologically, that is among the worst long-term choices possible. By every scientific expectation, she should be showing severe photoaging. Instead, her jawline is taut and her complexion is luminous in every unedited appearance. She uses Xeomin, a highly purified botulinum toxin that relaxes frown lines without the accessory proteins in traditional Botox, reducing antibody resistance over time. She uses Ultherapy, FDA-approved focused ultrasound stimulating deep new collagen production, lifting her neck and jawline without surgery, laser resurfacing twice yearly to clear decades of accumulated sun damage. Surgeon Dr. Navin Singh cites her as the prime clinical example of non-surgical rejuvenation done right. It's better to be honest, she has said, and audiences reward her enormously for it. The detail that surprised me, she reportedly sleeps only between midnight and 5:30 a.m. by design. Shift those same hours later, and her body, she says, completely rejects it. She wakes inflamed and foggy. The specific timing matters more than the duration itself. Picture it, 1985, St. Elmo's Fire, The Brat Pack, Rob Lowe, jaw carved like architecture, effortlessly luminous. Now look at him today at 61, still doing stunt work on 911, Lone Star. Can you genuinely place those two images 40 years apart and believe it? His secret is deceptively simple in concept, but the sustained willpower required is genuinely elite.
I'm gonna eat our special Atkins thing that we're gonna make in 2 seconds. That's how I get my energy.
Since his early 30s, Lowe has followed strict low-carb, high-protein eating without stopping. No refined carbs, no sugar, no processed food. The anti-aging science is well validated. By eliminating high glycemic foods, he prevents glycation, the biological process where sugar molecules attach to and destroy the collagen fibers in skin. That is directly why his face remains so remarkably taut at 61. It's a meal plan that has given me boundless energy, a trimmer physique, and has helped me stay in the best shape of my life, he told Parade. He also credits it with the mental sharpness to perform physical sequences that would bench most actors his age. The commitment detail that tells you everything. When he craves a burger, he orders In-N-Out protein style, bun replaced by lettuce, and specifically removes the special sauce to save 4 hidden grams of carbohydrates. 4 grams, after 20 plus years. That is a deeply held conviction. The most fascinating part nobody talks about here is not the regimen itself. It is where the entire empire came from, because this story starts with a humiliation on set and ends with flawless skin at 70. Iman is 70, the woman who rewired fashion's understanding of beauty when she walked into Vogue on her 3rd day in America in 1976. The woman who inspired Yves Saint Laurent, the founder of Iman Cosmetics, the widow of David Bowie. In every unedited photograph today, her skin is flawless, perfectly even tone, precisely preserved bone structure, radiance entirely intact. Her strategy is scientifically precise. For melanin-rich skin, the primary aging marker is often not deep wrinkles, but hyperpigmentation and tonal shifts. Iman has spent decades mastering this specific fight: relentless daily UV protection, antioxidant layering of vitamins A, C, and E, and her own engineered foundations to maintain luminous evenness. Celebrity facialist Dale Briol confirms her methodology as the gold standard for preserving skin of color.
Hi, I'm Dale Bro. I am the alchemist behind Dale Bro Skincare, Goddess of Skin.
But the origin story is the thing. At her very first professional shoot, the makeup artist had no foundation matching her skin and started mixing random products together. The images showed skin she described as grayish. That single moment of industry failure became fuel for a multi-million-dollar empire. Her greatest anti-aging weapon was built from righteous, justified fury. Jeff Goldblum, age 73. This one genuinely made me smile because the combination of what Jeff Goldblum does with complete seriousness every single morning and what he does with total unapologetic flair is a perfect portrait of someone aging entirely on his own terms.
Your skincare routine? Well, nothing. Actually, I mean, if you're asking literally, I know there are beauty products for everybody.
Jeff Goldblum is 73. Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park 1993, the chaos theory scientist in the Hawaiian shirt who made life, finds a way, one of the most quoted lines in cinema. Seth Brundle in The Fly, now a high-fashion icon modeling for Prada, walking red carpets, generating genuine excitement at 73 that most people cannot manufacture at any age. His documented daily non-negotiable, a full ice bath, every single morning, regardless of location or schedule, on tour, at home, traveling, no exceptions. He stated plainly it has been a life-changing addition. The science is real. Extreme cold exposure triggers a powerful anti-inflammatory response, flushes metabolic waste, constricts blood vessels, and keeps skin remarkably tight over time. He stacks this with strict daily SPF and a consistent grooming regimen that experts confirm blocks the 80% of facial aging driven by UV exposure. Then, at the Wicked premiere in Los Angeles, this 73-year-old arrived with a fully designed Elphaba Green OPI manicure, executed by celebrity nail artist Natalie Minerva. Ice baths at dawn, themed nail art for film premieres. Every detail at every age, entirely his own. Sandra Bullock, age 61, speed, miscongeniality, gravity, 30 years of being America's sweetheart, and at 61, in unedited street photography, her skin carries a luminous, almost poreless quality that goes beyond good genes and moisturizer. Her foundation is clean and consistent. Pilates, kickboxing, weight training, and a daily skincare routine she says takes about 8 minutes flat. But then there is the treatment she became genuinely famous for in beauty circles. And this one stops conversations cold every time. Bullock openly discussed using what she and Ocean's 8 co-star Cate Blanchett jokingly called their special Hollywood growth factor facial treatment, formerly the EGF facial. The process begins with a deep chemical peel stripping dead surface cells, then drives a bioactive growth factor serum deep into the dermis via electric microneedling. Dermatologists confirm that epidermal growth factors are among the most potent cellular renewal proteins available, triggering rapid collagen and elastin production and visible skin tightening. She addressed it herself on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. It's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face. When you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist. The scientific community remains divided on the long-term data. Her complexion, however, keeps the conversation alive. The detail that makes you love her completely? Every Friday night, raw cookie dough, or Lucky Charms in bed, watching Saturday Night Live. That's bliss right there. Very, very Sandra Bullock. Elizabeth Hurley, age 60. Here's a name that is going to feel like a very specific memory if you are of a certain generation. London, 1994. The black Versace dress held together by golden safety pins. Elizabeth Hurley stepped onto a red carpet with Hugh Grant and the world genuinely paused. She was 28 years old. That single moment launched one of the most enduring presences in fashion and film history. Austin Powers, Bedazzled, and decades of turning heads in every room she enters. She turned 60 in June 2025, and people are staring again for all the same reasons. In raw, unedited photographs and live appearances, Hurley looks genuinely remarkable. Not remarkable for 60, just remarkable. Clear, luminous skin, vibrant energy, structural elegance completely intact. But her approach, fascinatingly, is almost shockingly straightforward for someone who looks like this. She has never followed fad diets. She gave up processed and packaged food, almost never drinks alcohol, gets daily fresh air without fail, and moisturizes constantly, reportedly up to 6 times a day from the moment she wakes up. Skin expert Dr. Barbara Kubica has confirmed her complexion shows strong signs of consistent, well-chosen maintenance beneath the surface. But the detail I love most, she has told interviewers directly, "I don't go to the gym, but I don't lie around on the sofa." Her fitness is entirely embedded into daily life. Walking, gardening, constant natural movement. No treadmill required. The results are speaking for themselves. Elizabeth Hurley proves you don't need a gym membership or a complicated protocol. But the next entry proves something even more powerful than any physical routine. Because this one is about what you survive and who you become on the other side of it. Sharon Stone, age 67. This one genuinely got to me when I started digging into the full story, because Sharon Stone's relationship with aging isn't really about products or routines, it's about what she came back from. Sharon Stone is 67, Basic Instinct, Casino, 2 of the defining films of 1990s cinema, and she owned both of them completely. In 2001, she suffered a major health crisis, a serious medical emergency that required a lengthy, genuinely difficult recovery. She spent years rebuilding her strength and reclaiming her life. She came back, stronger, clearer, and by every account, more fully herself than she had ever been. At 67, in unedited footage from 2024 and 2025, she glows. Her skin is remarkable. Her energy is electric. She swims daily, meditates consistently, and follows a Mediterranean-focused diet rich in omega fatty acids that support both long-term neurological health and skin elasticity. She is an active advocate and sits on multiple scientific advisory boards. But the most powerful anti-aging mechanism at work in her story is something no clinic or serum can replicate: the chronic, low-grade existential dread that longevity researchers consistently identify as a primary driver of premature cellular aging. Stone appears to have released it entirely, having come through something that put everything into sharp, grateful perspective. What replaced it was visible peace, and peace, the science confirms, keeps you remarkably young. Keanu Reeves, age 61. The internet has said it for years, but when you lay the evidence out, it still startles you. Neo in The Matrix, 1999. John Wick, Chapter 4, 2023, 24 years apart, and Keanu Reeves at 61 looks in unedited photographs almost exactly the same. What separates his story from nearly everyone else here is what he reportedly does not do. No documented surgical interventions, no clinical procedures fans can identify. What he has is 4 decades of consistent martial arts and judo training he simply never stopped, including performing the majority of his own stunt sequences throughout the entire John Wick franchise in his late 50s. That sustained movement maintains muscle density, preserves fascial elasticity, and sustains a resting metabolic rate that measurably slows biological aging from the inside out. The part that resonates most is something quieter. He bikes to auditions, he rides public transit, he gave his stunt coordinators millions in bonuses from his own salary on the Matrix sequels. Longevity research is clear. Genuine purpose, groundedness, and the absence of ego-driven chronic stress are measurable predictors of biological aging speed. Keanu Reeves appears to live all 3 simultaneously. His face at 60 is the long-term result. Ralph Macchio, age 64. Just sit with this for a moment. The Karate Kid came out in 1984. Ralph Macchio played a teenager, and even then, at 22, he already looked younger than the character. He is 64 years old right now. When fans rediscovered this during his Cobra Kai years, the disbelief online was some of the most joyfully unhinged of any celebrity on this list. A TikTok revealing his real age racked up 4.4 million likes. One fan comment from his 2025 birthday: "He looks 30, my forever crush." Another: "He never ages, still looks like he's in his 30s. This is not nostalgia. This is unedited, real-world observation from millions of people watching him across 4 decades. His secret is that he does not have a complicated one. He told people, laughing, "I blame my parents. They both look very young. I have a youthful energy about me for some reason." Experts point to exceptional genetics and a consistent, healthy lifestyle with a natural avoidance of the UV damage and habits that drive visible aging. But researchers keep returning to one factor. He has been married to his high school sweetheart for over 30 years. He stayed grounded through every wave of fame. The science is unambiguous. Authentic, sustained happiness measurably slows cellular aging. His face has been the 40-year proof. Helen Mirren, age 80 years old. Just pause on that number for a second. Helen Mirren is 80 years old. The Queen, her Oscar-winning portrayal of Elizabeth II that made the entire world hold its breath. Gosford Park, the 1923 Yellowstone prequel. At the 2024 Cannes Film Festival, she walked in wearing a cerulean blue updo coordinated perfectly with her gown, and the fashion world lost composure. Rapper 50 Cent told a publication he has a standing crush on her. "She's pretty, it's the confidence." At 80, in unedited live footage and real-world appearances, Helen Mirren is striking. What she says about why she looks the way she does is the most honest and actually radical philosophy on this entire list. She has worked actively to retire the phrase anti-aging from public conversation entirely. "The first thing is to lose the word anti-aging," she told LUK. "We are going to age. There's no way out of that." She has used the same Estee Lauder serum every day since 1995. She moisturizes consistently.
This is very, very light sort of color.
She advocates for red lipstick as an instant brightener. She has campaigned against airbrushing in her own advertisements. And she recently told an interviewer something that has stayed with me. "I'm not full of youth, but I am lifeful," at 80, on unedited cameras. That philosophy looks extraordinary. Jane Fonda, age 88. I have been building to this one the entire video. And the reason it belongs at number 1 is not just how she looks. It is what she said on CBS Sunday Morning that has stayed with me ever since. Jane Fonda is 88 years old. Barbarella, Clute, her first Oscar, Coming Home, her second. Grace and Frankie, the woman who created the workout video genre entirely, who put on a leotard, said, "Feel the burn," and changed how America thought about fitness forever. She performed live on stage in New York at 87. In unedited 2025 footage, she is glowing. What does she actually do? She has been completely transparent. 2 facelifts, eyelid work, neck refinement, all openly acknowledged. She told Vogue, "I'm glad I look good for my age, but I've had plastic surgery. I'm not going to lie about that." Then she drew her line and stopped. Now she moisturizes constantly, protects from the sun, uses CBD for inflammation, eats clean, and keeps moving every single day within whatever her body allows. But the CBS Sunday Morning moment, citing Yale research showing people with positive aging beliefs live 7.5 years longer, she looked straight at the camera. "You are being robbed of 7.5 years of your life. Not by wrinkles, by how you think about them." At 88, on stage, still glowing. The most powerful secret on this entire list is free. 15 people, 15 completely different stories. From Brad Pitt's reportedly invisible $100,000 surgery to Martha Stewart up at 4 a.m. applying face masks before most people have opened their eyes. From Lenny Kravitz scrubbing his skin with Bahamian sand to Rob Lowe removing sauce from a burger to protect 4 grams of carbohydrates he has guarded for 20 years. From Sharon Stone, who came back from a serious health scare and found something more powerful on the other side, to Ralph Macchio, who apparently never needed any of this because 40 years of genuine happiness is doing all the work, to Helen Mirren at 80, lit from within, telling us to drop the word anti-aging entirely, and then Jane Fonda, 88, still going, telling us that the way we think about time is either stealing from us or giving years back. They all found something different, but the ones who look the most astonishing share one quiet thing. They are still, in every meaningful sense, completely here. Drop a comment telling me which entry surprised you most. Hit like if this gave you something to think about. Subscribe for more deep dives like this one. See you in the next one.